Class 6 Fractions. Today we're going to revise fractions and explore some useful tips for our annual exams. First, let us look at some scenarios for the addition of fractions. Scenario 1. Whole number plus proper fraction. When we add a whole number and a fraction, we simply keep the whole number as it is and attach the fraction to it. Here, 4 plus 5 by 8 is equal to 4, 5 by 8. Scenario 2. Whole number plus improper fraction. When we add a whole number 4 and an improper fraction 9 by 8, we first convert the improper fraction into a mixed fraction as 1 by 8. Then we add the whole number and write the fraction part along with it, that is 5 1 by 8. Addition of like fractions. When we add fractions like 2 by 5 and 1 by 5, we simply add the numerators and keep the denominator the same. 2 plus 1 is equal to 3 and the denominator is 5. Therefore, it's 3 by 5. Scenario 4. Addition of unlike fractions. Find the LCM of denominators 5 and 7 to make the fractions have a common denominator. Here, the LCM of 5 and 7 is 35. After that, add the fractions and simplify the answer if needed. Scenario 5. Adding mixed like fractions. Here, we add the whole numbers 5 and 10 separately and then the fractional parts separately. Adding 5 and 10, we get 15. Adding fractions 1 by 8 and 3 by 8, we get 4 by 8. Then, we combine both the parts to write the final answer 15, 4 by 8. Sometimes the fractional part may become an improper fraction. Here, we get 10 by 8. In that case, convert it into a mixed fraction as 1, 2 by 8. Then, add the whole number part to the existing whole numbers and write the remaining fractional part along with it. In this case, first convert the mixed fractions into improper fractions. Then, find the LCM of 7 and 8. We get 56. The denominators becomes 56, making the fraction have a common denominator. After that, add the fractions and simplify the answer if needed. We can also add mixed like fractions by this method. Scenario 7. Adding two improper like fractions. When we add like fractions, we simply add the numerators and keep the denominators the same and simplify the answer if needed. Scenario 8. Adding two improper unlike fractions. Find the LCM of the denominators to make the fractions have a common denominator. After that, add the fractions and simplify or convert it into mixed fractions if needed. Now, let's move on to subtraction of fractions. Scenario 1. Whole number minus proper fraction / improper fraction. Find the LCM of the denominators to make the fraction have a common denominator. After that, subtract fractions and simplify or convert it into mixed fraction if needed. Scenario 2. Subtracting like fractions. When we subtract like fractions, we simply subtract the numerators and keep the denominators the same. Scenario 3. Subtracting unlike fractions. Find the LCM of the denominators to make the fraction have a common denominator. After that, subtract the fractions and simplify or convert it into mixed fractions if needed. Scenario 4. Subtracting mixed, unlike or like fractions. In this case, first convert the mixed fractions into improper fractions. Then, find the LCM of the denominators to make the fraction have a common denominator. After that, subtract the fractions and simplify the answer if needed. Scenario 5. Subtracting two improper like fractions. When we subtract like fractions, we simply subtract the numerators and keep the denominators the same and simplify the answer if needed. Scenario 6. Subtracting two proper / improper unlike fractions. Finding the LCM of the denominators to make the fraction have a common denominator. After that, subtract the fractions and simplify the answer if needed. Comparison of fractions. Scenario 1. In like fractions, the fraction with greater numerator is greater. Scenario 2. Unlike fractions with different numerators. Case 1. Find the cross product AD and BC. Based on the values of AD and BC, we can decide which fraction is greater. Case 2. Find the LCM of all the denominators of the given fractions. Convert each fraction to its equivalent fraction with the denominator equal to LCM. Compare the like fractions as in scenario 1. This method is useful when several fractions are given and we need to compare them. Scenario 3. Unlike fraction with equal numerator. Smaller the denominator, the greater is the fraction. A smaller denominator means the whole is divided into fewer parts. Fewer parts means each part is bigger, so the fraction becomes greater. Now let us look at some important questions based on what we've just revised. Question number 1. Reduce 75 by 175 into simplest form. A fraction is said to be in simplest form or lowest term if its numerator and denominator have no common factors except 1. That is, the HCF of the numerator and denominator is 1. A given fraction is expressed in lowest term by dividing the numerator and denominator by their HCF. Now, let us look into method 1. In 75 by 175, numerator is 75 and denominator is 175. So, let us find the HCF for 75 and 175. So, the HCF for 75 and 175 is 25. Therefore, we can divide 25 on both the numerator and denominator. If we do that, we'll get 3 by 7. Now, let us look into method 2. We can divide by their common factor 5. First time we can divide it by 5 on both numerator and denominator. We will get 15 by 35. This can again be divided by 5 because there's another common factor, that is 5. If we do that, we will get 3 by 7. Now the fraction has no common factor left except for 1. Therefore, 75 by 175 is equivalent to 3 by 7. Question 2. Javid was given 5 by 7 of a basket of oranges. What fraction of oranges was left in the basket? Fraction of oranges given to Javid is equal to 5 by 7. Fraction of oranges left is equal to 1 whole minus 5 by 7. That is, taking LCM, we will get 7 minus 5 by 7, which is equal to 2 by 7. 2 by 7 of the oranges were left in the basket. Question 3. Sarita bought 1 2 by 5 meter of ribbon and Lalita bought 3 by 4 meter of ribbon. What is the total length of the ribbon they bought? Given Sarita bought 1 2 by 5 meter of ribbon and Lalita bought 3 by 4 meter of ribbon. Total length of ribbon is equal to meter of ribbon Sarita and Lalita bought all together. That is 1 2 by 5 plus 3 by 4. First, converting into improper fraction, then using LCM and simplifying, we will get the answer as 43 by 20, which can be written as 2 3 by 20 meters. While converting a mixed fraction into an improper fraction, do not forget to add the numerator after multiplying the whole number by the denominator. Question 4. Ilya reads 25 pages of a book containing 100 pages. Lalita reads 2 by 5 of the same book. Who reads less? Fraction of the book read by Ilya is equal to 25 by 100, that is 1 by 4. Lalita read 2 by 5 of the book. Now let's compare 1 by 4 and 2 by 5. LCM is 20. By converting 1 by 4 and 2 by 5 into like fractions and comparing the numerators, we can see that Ilya reads less. Practice equivalent fractions regularly. It helps in addition, subtraction and comparison. It also saves time in exams, reduces calculation mistakes and can avoid dealing with bigger values. Question 5. Find the difference between the greatest and smallest fraction. Let us convert all of these fractions from mixed fraction to improper fractions. Now let us find the LCM of 5, 3, 6 and 2, that is basically the denominators, in order to convert the given fractions into equivalent fractions. While finding the LCM, we start with the smallest number so that the common multiple we get is the smallest possible. Then converting all of the fraction into like fraction. From this we can know the smallest value, that is 8 by 3, and the greatest value is 9 by 2. The difference between the greatest and smallest fraction is equal to 55 by 30, that is 11 by 6 or 5 by 6. Question 6. Rafik exercised for 3 by 6 of an hour, while Rohit exercised for 3 by 4 of an hour. Who exercised for a longer time? Here, to find who exercised more, we have to compare the fractions. If we see 3 by 6 and 3 by 4, we can say that the numerators are the same. So, the fraction having smaller denominator is greater. So, Rohit exercised for a long time. If we understand and remember the basic concepts, we can use them in the right places and solve sums correctly and quickly. Here, we can easily tell which fraction is greater just by looking at them using the concept when the numerators are the same, the fraction with the smaller denominator is greater. That's it for this video. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on post notifications so that you guys never miss out on a video that I upload.